Hi there, I've created this tutorial to show you how to create your own 10-day countdown balloon pop. This is an activity that I enjoy doing at the end of the year, as many teachers do, and with this year being so different and unique, with distance learning happening, I've thought of a way to continue doing this activity in a fun way, but also digitally. So today I'm going to teach you how you can make your own 10-day countdown balloon pop. So for my specific document, I went ahead and edited the setup of the slide page. I didn't like how wide the slide was, so I went ahead and changed the dimensions. So first you go to File if you want to do this. If you like the dimensions how they are, then you can keep them the same. If you want a square though, you'll need to go to File, Page Setup. It's right now set on widescreen. I'm going to do Custom and I did 8 by 8 inches and hit apply. This gives you a nice square to work with. The next thing that I did was edit the background. So if you right click, you're going to change background and you can do a simple color if you want or gradient, but I'm going to choose an image that I have saved on my computer. Let's see. I went with this rustic image. However, you can do whatever works for you. So that's the background image on my 10-day countdown. Specifically to add text, you can insert a text box and choose from font that Google Slides offers, like this. I mean, we all know how to kind of edit our font, right? You can choose whatever you want, make it bigger, smaller, whatever. But what I did was I have a set of fonts that I like to use on my computer that are not available with Google Slides. So I'd like to show you now how I imported some different images into my screen to kind of edit the font. So there's a number of different ways that you can do this, but I like to use PowerPoint. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and click here to add a title, and I'm going to title it End of the Year. And then I'm going to choose the font that I like. I do have a specific font that I want to use here, and I'm going to make it big. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and, whoops, I'm going to right click and then I'm going to go to Save as Image. I'm going to title it something in my pictures, like End of Year or something that I'll be able to easily find, and hit Save. Then I'm going to come back to my Google Slides, insert an image, upload from computer, and search for my End of the Year, and there it is. So I'm able to save it as a picture and insert it into my Google Slides that way. So I can change my font again and kind of be creative with how I want to do that. You right click, save as image, name it something you can find, 10-day countdown, whoops. Click save. It doesn't matter if it's a PNG or a JPEG file, either file will work. Insert image, upload from computer, go to pictures, whoops, 10-day countdown, insert, there we go. So that's kind of what I did, and that's what you can do if you have a specific font that you really like to use that's only on your computer, that's not available on Google Slides. Like I said, there's a number of different ways that you can do that, but I like to use PowerPoint. Now, the next thing I did was add some colorful clip art. So I have these tassel garlands that I like to use to kind of dress up whatever I'm working on. So you can insert your clip art that way. I just went ahead and put this at the top and I made it go across the page. I did go ahead and add a drop shadow because I think that makes it look nice. But again, that's kind of up to you and what you prefer. Um, and then I also added my Bitmoji. So this is something I've been doing on different things that I've assigned my students digitally. So I downloaded the Bitmoji extension. Just type into Google Bitmoji extension, and it will download the extension to Chrome. You want to make sure you're in Google Chrome when you download that. If you look up here, here's the Bitmoji icon, and I can search my Bitmoji while I'm on Google, and I can insert it into an email or to a document that I'm working on, or such as this, or really whatever. So when you want to do that, you can click the Bitmoji icon. And for this, I searched, like images of me being excited. So it's super easy to use. You find one you like, you can right click and save it, or you can just drag it. So here is my Bitmoji celebrating the end of the year. I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger. And then again, I'm going to add that drop shadow. Format, options, drop shadow. Okay, so I have my title, I have my extra clip art. Now it's time to add the balloon. So a lot of my clip art I get from Etsy or Teachers Pay Teachers. I did find some specific balloon clip art that I really liked on Etsy this time just because the file had a lot of different colors to choose from. So this balloon clip art I did find on Etsy. And so I'm just going to pull a different colored balloon that I like, that I think matches. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to add that drop shadow again. And I'm going to kind of angle it as well. Then, just like I do in my classroom, I needed to number my balloons, starting with number 10. So I'm going to insert a shape, just a circle, like this. The outline of my circle, I'd like to make black, and I want to make it thicker. Okay, I'm going to right click. Actually, let me rotate this first. I'm going to kind of center it on my balloon just like I would have in my classroom. Then I'm going to insert text box and type my first number, which is 10. I did use a font on Google for this, which was this one. And I'm going to make it really big, even bigger. I think I went like, whoa, not 400. Sorry. I think I went about 80 or 100. So then I'm going to drag it up here, and then kind of rotate it like this. So I want to group these two objects together so they stay together. I'm going to click the text box, hit Control on my computer, click the circular shape, right click, and group. Once I have those grouped, I'm going to go ahead and group the balloon as well. I could have done that all in one, but it's kind of up to you. All right, so here I have my balloon number 10. Now, the next thing you're going to do is to create the effect that your balloon is popping. So I'm going to come up to my slide and I'm going to right click, duplicate slide, okay? And then I'm going to come down here, and this is where you're going to go ahead and start animating the object. So you're going to click on the balloon and you're going to go to Insert Animation. You're going to want this balloon to disappear. And I didn't do on click. On click means that your student will have to click next to get it to pop. I just did after previous. That means it'll pop automatically without having to click anything. And then I wanted to make my duration a little bit quicker, so I think I went to like 0.6 seconds. And then to test it out, you hit play. So that's kind of what it looks like. Now it's not done yet because after you pop the balloon, then your reward is in the middle. So I went to shape and I went to callouts and I created just a big like little explosion type of shape here. And I tried to make the explosion the same color as the balloon. There we go. So I need to make this a little bit bigger, and I'm going to rotate it to the right this way. Okay, so then I'm going to fill color with a color that is similar to the balloon color. So something like this. I also chose the same color for the outline of the shape, just like that. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, and then I'm going to insert text box. I just did a basic font here. I made it pretty big and I did white so it would pop. Whoops. And then I typed the reward here, like have a picnic outside. I tried to pick activities that students could do at home that they would all have access to, which I know is sometimes kind of challenging. So I'm going to make this font a little bit bigger, center it. Okay, so there it is. I'm going to rotate it like that. Again, I have the text box highlighted. I'm going to hit Control. I'm going to highlight the callout shape, right click, and group them both together. Okay. I'm also going to send this to the back. And the reason I'm doing this is because the balloon covers the text so they can't see what the prize is before the balloon pops. I am going to click that object now, and I'm going to add an animation to that object. I chose the animation fade in. You're not going to want to do on click. You're going to do after previous and set it for the exact same time, so 0.6 seconds. Okay, let's try it out. So that's kind of what it looks like when your student will hit play. So if you put it in present mode, you'll share this with students. They'll say, oh my goodness, it's the 10th day left before we have summer. Let's see what the 10th day countdown prize is. Then they'll click the over button and you'll see that immediately it'll pop. They won't have to click anything else. You've timed it perfectly and they get to see what the reward is. So super cool, super fun. I did add a different Bitmoji character for each reward. And to make it easy, I just went ahead and duplicated that slide when I was ready for number 9. So pretty much all of the work was done. I just had to change number 9. And then again, if I wanted to change the balloon color, I could do that as well. But that way I don't have to keep redoing everything. The work is pretty much done for you. When you're ready to share this with students, you can click share. You can get the shareable link. Make sure that it's set to can view. If it's set to can edit, then they'll be able to make changes and you just don't want that. You can right click and copy and paste this link to Google Classroom or to Class Dojo or Seesaw so that students can just click on this link and they'll be able to get to this specific presentation. Or if you have student email addresses or Google accounts, you can type in their Google accounts here. Just make sure the drop-down menu is on Can View. If it's on Can Edit, then they're going to be able to make changes. So that's kind of what I did. It's super fun. I'm excited to share it with my students. And now you know how to do it as well. I do have this in my TPT store, so if you would rather just purchase it, it's right here. Super excited to share it with my kiddos and hopefully your students will enjoy it as well and you'll have an awesome, fun end of the year despite being at home. So hopefully you found this tutorial interesting and helpful. And if you have questions, I can definitely answer those questions for you. Good luck creating. Thank you.